This demonstration is going to walk us through a couple of the facility booking options that are available through ActiveNet. The first one we're going to cover off is checking availability. The second option we're going to look at is using the facility map to book a reservation. And then lastly, we'll cover using the quick reservation tool to book simple reservations like basketball courts and squash courts. So we'll jump into the reservation module. And first, like I said, we're going to check out just viewing availability. So we can click view facilities and it's going to give us a list of all facilities that are available throughout our department. Now we're looking for a shelter for a family barbecue that we're going to be hosting. So we can drill down using the keyword tool to get to something more specific. So we can see these are the shelters that are available. Now, if you just want to show availability, that's all you want to do, you can do that, right? So in this scenario, your customers could come, they can click on any one of these months, see what days are available, what days are not available, and then if they want to book something, they would need to call up your department and book something over the phone or come into one of your facilities and book something over the counter. Now, if you would like to offer the ability to book these facilities online, we can go ahead and do that. Now, the first option I'll show is the facility map booking tool. So if we click view on map, we're going to see that we've got a map generated of our facility. Now, you guys actually, your department, you generate this map and then you drop these icons on the different facilities that are available throughout your larger facility or rec center. So in this case, we can see we've got some softball fields, some shelters, and a couple of tennis courts. So to go ahead and actually make the booking, first we want to check availability. So we're going to look to book this shelter on Saturday from, let's say, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we're going to have 10 people at the barbecue. So I'll go ahead and check availability. Now, a couple of things are going to jump out at you. First, we can see we've had some color changes. So right off the bat, the tennis courts we notice went from green to red. And if we roll over the tennis courts, it's going to give us a pop-up telling us why that color change took place. So we can see this reservation, we're making it for 10 attendees. The tennis courts have a maximum of 4 attendees. Looking at these shelters, we can see that they're unavailable. They've turned blue, so these are already booked. Shelter 1 looks like it's still available, so I'll go ahead and click that, and it's going to start a booking for us. So we can go ahead and title this reservation. I'm going to call it Family Barbecue, and go ahead and get this reservation started. So we've got a couple of waivers. I'm going to go ahead and just initial to accept these. Again, you guys can customize these waivers, so you can create pop-ups, drop-downs, text boxes, whatever works best for you. We've got an add-on option for this reservation, so if you want to serve alcohol, there's a $20 fee. I'll go ahead and add that. And then we'll move on to the reservation review page. So the first thing that's going to jump out at you is that we're going to collect the deposit up front. So when we click submit, it's going to ask us for the entire $500 deposit. So as we can see, our total charge is going to be the $500 deposit plus $60 in fees for a total of $560. I'll go ahead, click continue, and that's going to bring us to our payment page. So I'll go ahead and enter my information. I've already got a card saved up in the system, and we'll process this payment. So that's it. This is actually our permit. We've got a permit 1144. It's already been pre-approved, and we're good to go. We've got information here about our reservation, information about the charges, the rental fee, the alcohol fee, and then we've got our payment information with our deposit here. Our waivers are also attached to the bottom of the permit, so we've got everything we need here. Now, that was an example of a booking using the facility mapping tool. I now want to show the quick reservation tool. So this is a great option to offer when you have facilities that people, they often come in and they book for a couple of hours. It's a pretty simple reservation. You don't need to fill out a bunch of waivers. There's not a lot of setup that needs to be done to the facility. It's a quick, simple reservation. It's great to use for basketball courts, squash courts, tennis courts, those kinds of facilities. In this case, we're going to book a basketball court, and we're going to book it for the 15th of August. We're going to book it from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Or at least that's the range that we want to check. So when we check availability, it's going to show us that both basketball court A and B are wide open from 9 to 11. Now, if the court was booked at 9 a.m., then this box would not be checkable. But in this case, the courts are wide open, so we can go ahead and book court 8 from 9 to 10. Now again, we'll go ahead and accept these waivers and process this reservation. So as you can see, it's brought us back to the payment processing page. We've gone through that step before, so I'll go ahead and skip that. Just to summarize what we covered, first we looked at offering our customers the ability to just check availability. Next, we covered the option of creating a facility map that your customers can use to book reservations. And then lastly, we covered the quick reservation tool, which is a great option to use when you have simple, easy reservations like basketball courts, tennis courts, and squash courts.